This is crazy, right? However, I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm a United fan. And I don't think this will happen, and certainly don't think me saying it on YouTube is going to influence Man City. But I'm obviously, you're my brother, you're a City fan.
Yeah.
With the way the wind has gone, when we're looking at City squad, you lack experience, you lack sure things, you don't have many slam dunks. Should City go and get Alexander Isak right now for 120, 30, 40, whatever it is? Do City just go and do it? And you mould the team with two strikers. This thing of one number 9, football wasn't always like that, Christian. I know you're obviously younger than me. I grew up in the 90s. Fergie was 4-4-2, and then Mourinho changed it with the 4-3-3. Fergie adapted and then went on to play 4-3-3. But 4-4-2 was a great system. I think it gets a lot of shit because Allardyce played it, and lesser managers. One of the best managers ever won the treble playing 4-4-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, England will be playing 4-4-2.
Exactly. Look, Alex, and if you look at it,
I just want to get your take on it. I just want to hear your reaction to City go and get Isak right now for whatever the fee is. Obviously you've got Haaland. What is your feeling towards that?
There's a couple of reasons why I think it'd be the right thing to do. I know it sounds mental to anyone listening. Yeah. One, it's a punch back. And I'd say that's one of the biggest reasons. Also, look, and I know a lot of people could look at this and go, you can't just sign a player so someone else can't get them. Yeah, but look who could potentially get them. Liverpool have gone and took the best midfielder in Germany, and they've also strengthened in other areas, fullbacks specifically. And then we're looking at the prospect of them taking one of the 2 best number 9s in the world. Can the rest of the Premier League afford them this luxury? And the answer to that is no, I don't think they can, because I genuinely think they could then come into I don't even know. I mean, how many Premier Leagues could they wrap up with that, depending on how long they can drag Salah out for? You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, Alex, just to touch on that, what you said, you're so right. This obsession with the whole that you can only play one striker. Well, you can't. We've seen it can work before. And who better, really, than an Alexander Isak? He is a great footballer. He's not your shit number 9 that will stand there and you won't get much out of him. He would be much more involved in the game than Haaland would. Look, I know this is a mental take. I know this ain't ever going to happen. I'm just saying, could it work? And Pep Guardiola, we have seen him do things that people would have gone, that'll never work. That's stupid. Why would you play a centre-back in midfield? You're never going to win a Champions League doing that. He did. So you're telling me what the 2 strikers up front is beyond the realms of belief, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it could work. He could make it work. And I think we're due a punch back. So get the fucking checkbook out and go and get him.
Get the contract out, put it on the table, let him sign it, let him write whatever numbers he wants to put on there, give him what he's done now since he's come in, and let him sign the contract.
Look, it's absolutely wild, because you know the general vibe in the league and across social media and at even like journalists are like, well, forget City, they've got Haaland. Mate, Sir Alex Ferguson, when he won the treble in '99, had 4 strikers that could start any game. Yes, they weren't on the elite level, although Cole and York were fantastic, by the way, and they made a great combination. You even go into the '09 team that nearly won the Champions League and obviously won a 3rd league in a row. Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo. Well, 3 of them played every game. Yes, Berbatov threw a bit of a spanner in the works. City benefited that. City, you think about that Tevez and Aguero team, Christian. Was that not 4-4-2? What about Leicester City with Okazaki and Vardy? They won a league with that. This thing of, and I've got massive respect for Guardiola, you know that. But why? At the end of the day, you haven't got a locked in number 10 in the ilk of De Bruyne. Respect to Cherky, respect to Foden. You go 4-4-2 and go Rodri, Reinders. You hold it down in the middle.
Yeah.
Pray to God them 2 out wide can do something. But all of a sudden, yes, they can't cross a road. But if you're crossing to 2 monsters in the box, and also you've got two guys who can run the channel there. You know, I don't think it's that mental of an idea for City to go and do it. I really don't.
You've also got Foden and Cherky in the conversation as well. You know, look like they could be two elite players in terms of creating chances. We know Foden, you know, he has seen that elite level. Last year was a bit of a drop off. Hopefully he's back. There's many reasons, Alex, why it could genuinely work. It never will, but it's never going to transpire. However, could Guardiola make that work? Yes, he most definitely could. And I think this thing of like the one striker, Alex, what's the thing that teams actually struggle with? We saw it with Mourinho time and time again. Teams struggle because they couldn't really work Mourinho out. But then when they did, he really has struggled. And that's why he never stays anywhere too long. Because once the first season's up and the shock element's gone, then the next year is always disappointing. Do you know what I mean? More often than not. Chelsea have seen this more than anyone with that guy. So what would be a surprise element? What would be a bigger surprise than City going big dick in this, going getting Isak and putting him up front with Haaland, and everyone that's copied us from bloody Sunday League teams up, copying the Pep Guardiola method, giving them the two fingers and going copy that, have that one.
Yeah.
Be funny as fuck, man. Everyone has took this Pep session. Why don't you go and rip up the rule book and do something mental?
Okay, I tell you what, let's rephrase it. We're going to do predictions in a few weeks when the Premier League is about to start and the transfer window is another couple of weeks old.
Yeah.
Let's say City go and sign Isak. I'm going to be sat here trying to play City in a league position at the end of the season, Christian.
Yeah.
If you did that deal, and this is without me watching 1 minute of you playing 4-4-2, or if there was some sort of weird Isak left forward but cutting in heavily sort of position, I would struggle to play City position wise, and I'm not ruling out you winning the league at the minute. At the minute, with your current squad, I can't really. We won't get into the predictions, but I'm not putting you first. You know that.
Yeah,
if you did that, we'll be sat here in a couple of weeks and we'll be going, right, City, Haaland, Isak up top. Can you honestly sit there with a straight face and say they're not going to win it with them two up front? Because I couldn't. I don't know if I'd have your favourites, because God knows what it'd look like. But you said a moral punch back. You took Wirtz, we take Isak. Let's go.
Yeah. Look, I would love for this. I would love for this to happen, Alex.
I will love it, and I think I deserve.
It would be probably the most mental thing we've ever seen. But look, Alex, the thing is, you made a point though before. When did it all change though with this obsession? Because it's like we had Kun Aguero, right? And at the time you had Rooney, you had other strikers as well. But when Van Persie made it clear at that time he just had the best year and he was currently the best 9, we both went for him and we knew whoever got him would win the league. And is this not a bit similar?
Yeah, I totally hear you. And just a word on what you're saying there as well. Van Persie's a fantastic example. I forgot about that. Van Persie, Rooney. Yes, Rooney could drop in. Mate, that's 4-4-2. Don't be giving me shit. It would have been 4-4-2 at City with Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
Where has this disrespect to 4-4-2 gone, where it's like this archaic system from the fucking 50s with like Bobby Charlton and that knocking it about in black and white? No. 4-4-2 has had results, and I think it's underused by. You mentioned some of the shitter teams copying Guardiola's methods. I think it's underused by teams. Look at what Leicester did.
Yeah, it is, mate. Do you know why it's underused as well? It's because teams have this obsession now with these wide forwards because everyone thinks they need to be a wide forward. There's this, and that's why we've got no number 9s available. But one currently could be. Do you know what I'm saying? These teams that are playing wide forwards like we're doing. So you're looking at Savinho and Doku in them positions. Now, just answer me this. Would you rather Savinho and Doku get 5 chances in one game each? Or would you rather Isak get 2? You'd rather Isak get 2. And that's the answer every time. And that's where you've got these players in these positions now, Alex. And they're neither a winger nor are they a striker. They get away from the accountability of their lack of statistics because they go, oh, well, they're a winger. So they can use that argument when they want it, and then they get out of trouble there. But then, if in terms of tracking back, they'll go, oh, well, he's a left forward, so it is what it is, and he's part of the front line, so he doesn't need to track. And it's like, that, mate, this is why this position, all kids, now they want to play it. It's the best position on the pitch, because you have the best of both worlds, and you don't have any sort of accountability. If you go and score 2, you're not the striker that scored 2. Fuck me, you're a winger that's got a brace. Jesus Christ. But really, they are strikers, but they're not even clinical anymore, bro.
Yeah, I mean, just to your point of you know, we'll come off the City one now. Just a bit of a fun topic, and obviously be interesting to see.
Can we not? Can we stay on it? You've got me all cheered up now. I think we're going to win the league if we do.
You know,